Hi guys, today's topic of discussion is how to design a parking lot. We are going to talk about the low level design, or in other words object design for the parking lot. This is a very commonly asked low level design question in interviews, and we will try to cover most of the common scenarios for this problem. So let's start with the system requirements. So most common requirements for designing a parking lot are like a parking lot should have multiple floors. Obviously, if there is a parking lot, we expect it to have multiple floor support. Then, since there are multiple floors, we also expect parking lot to have multiple entrances as well as exit points. And a parking lot has different kind of parking spots for support of car and bike, truck, bus, etc. So it should also have support for multiple types of parking spot sizes. Okay, and then customer should be able to collect the ticket at the entrance and pay at the exit point. And so while paying, he should have the option of paying through cash or credit card based on his options. And customer should pay ticket to parking attendant, and he will be making the payment progress. And what happens if the parking is full? If the parking is full, it should display at the entrance with the same message that parking is full and we cannot currently continue furthermore onboarding. And for every parking floor, they should display the free parking spot. So these are the most common basic requirements which we can expect from our parking lot. Okay, so now let us look at the main modules of our design. There can be four main modules for parking lot. First is the administrator. So as the name suggests, this module is responsible for adding or modifying the parking lot attributes like floors, spots, entrances and exit points, and the parking attendants. However, the user want to customize their parking lot software. Then comes the system module. This module is very important and it's responsible for displaying the all kind of information like if the parking is available or not available, and also it does a job of assigning the parking spot to a vehicle, and as soon as the vehicle departs, its job is to free up that parking spot space. The third module is parking attendant. uh, we can say parking attendant is responsible for activities like ticket assignment and payment processing on behalf of each customer. Okay, and lastly we have customer module. So customer module is responsible for requesting the parking ticket and paying for it when the customer leaves. Now let's look at some of the use cases of our design. First we have admin module. Admin module will have use cases like adding floors to the parking lot, adding parking spots to the floor, adding display panel on each floor, and adding entrances and exit points to parking lot, and also assigning attendant to exit point. Then we have system module. Use cases for this modules are like assigning parking spot to a vehicle and free a parking spot when vehicle leaves, display messages on display panel like parking full or available, and showing available parking spots. When it comes to the customer module, it's pretty straightforward. Customer can request for the parking ticket at the entrance, and also customer can pay for the ticket at the exit point to the attendant. At last we have attendant module. So attendant module can have the following use cases. He can view account details, he can edit the account details, and most importantly, he handles the payment on behalf of customer. Now let's look at some of the class entities that are going to be part of our design. First is person class. This is an abstract class. It contains basic information of a person. Further concrete classes that extend this class are attendant class, admin class, and customer class. Then we have parking spot class. This class is again an abstract class. Parking spot can be of different sizes. So we have different classes that inherits parking spot class like compact spot, small spot, medium spot, and large spot. Similarly, we have vehicle abstract class. Vehicle can be of different shape and size. We have classified vehicles into four categories: bike, car, truck, and bus. So the central of our design lies in parking lot class. It contains parking floors, entrances, and exits. So each floor in parking is represented by parking floor class. Every floor consists of different sort of parking spots and display panel. So parking ticket is issued to customer at the entrance point. Each ticket contains information related to parking and fare details. And then we have exit points. At each exit point there is an attendant, and attendance is responsible for processing customer ticket payments. Let's dive into the code and see implementation for these classes. So first we have abstract class person, and a person class can have attributes like name, address, email, and phone. Person can be of three types: an admin, attendant, or customer. So now let's look at the admin class. Admin class have three additional attributes: username, password, and the account status. Along with that, admin class has functionalities like adding parking floor and adding parking spots to the floor, adding the entrances to the floor, and adding the exits to the floor, also assigning the attendant on the exit spot. So then we have the attendant class. So attendant class provides us two functionalities. One is checking if the ticket has been paid, and other is processing the payment on behalf of the customer. So lastly we have customer class, and customer owns a vehicle. That's why we have vehicle as an attribute inside this class. And also customer can make the payment for the parking, whatever is the amount he has to pay. Vehicle is another important component in our design, and therefore we have an abstract class vehicle. So a vehicle has a number plate and what kind of vehicle it is, and the parking ticket associated with the vehicle. For all the classes that extend the vehicle class, it is necessary for them to override the set vehicle type method. So as we can see, the classes like bike and bus, car, truck, they all have overridden the set vehicle type method. Parking spot is another important component of our design, and some of the attributes which are related to the parking spot are like what is the spot size, and what is the number of the parking spot, is it free, and is there any vehicle that has occupied the parking spot. So a parking spot can be of different sizes: compact, small, medium, and large. All of these different kind of sizes are represented by the classes like compact spot, small spot, medium spot, and large spot. All of these classes extend the parking spot, and it is compulsory for them to override the set spot size method. Parking lot is the most important component of our design, and it has attributes like ID and address. Along with that, there are n number of floors in a parking lot, n number of entrances, n number of exit points, and parking tickets which are being issued in. Since there is going to be only one instance of the parking lot, I have made this class a singleton class. Then we have park vehicle function. A customer can come from any entrance and request to park his vehicle. So inside the park vehicle method, we have our code which check whether the parking is available for the vehicle, and if it is available, then get the parking ticket from the entrance point and assign the parking ticket to the vehicle, register the parking ticket, and assign the vehicle to the parking spot. Then there are some simple implementation of the register parking method. Another important method here is assign vehicle parking spot. So what we do, we basically search for every floor if the parking is available for the vehicle. If it is, then we assign the vehicle to that particular floor. Is parking available method checks whether the parking is available on any floor. Then there is exit vehicle. So what customer can do is he can come to at any exit point and then request to exit. Further, then we have methods like add floor. This is for adding a floor to our parking lot and adding the spots to the floor and adding the entrances in our parking lot and adding the exit points, assigning the attendant to the exit point. All these methods are basically being used by the admin class. Admin has the responsibility of us configuring the parking lot design. Another important class of a design is the parking floor, and each floor has a different kind of parking spots. Some are compact spots, some are medium spots, some are large spots, and some are small spots. Along with that, there is a display panel which displays the different kind of messages to the customer when they enter the parking spot. Then we have functions like is full. This tells us whether the our parking is full at that particular floor, and update the display like updating the current status of the parking lot on the display panel, and is there any spot available for the vehicle, and assigning the vehicle to the parking spot, and when the vehicle moves from the parking spot we have to free the parking spot, and others are the getters and setters. Next we have the entrance point. It has a simple functionality of printing the parking ticket. Next is the exit point. So every exit point has an attendant, and when the customer comes to the exit point and request for exiting, the attendants check whether the ticket has been paid. If it is not, then in that case the attendant process the payment on behalf of the customer. So this is the simple low level design for the parking lot. I will be providing the GitHub link for the entire code in the description below. Let me know what are your thoughts on the design in the comment section, and please like and subscribe for further more videos in the future.